Okay, this is more like an instruction. So it has been important for me to do the journey and the process and what happened in between and the answers to the prayers and all that. So let's get right into it. Okay, so myself and my wonderful husband, my friend, best friend, got married December 2018, 21st, in a wonderful garden wedding. Yes, and then we got married, and when you're married, everybody expects that immediately after marriage you start to pop out babies and all that. And it was looking like the first month, second month, nothing was happening. Okay, I wasn't really worried at that point, but then after a while I started seeing others, like people we got married at the same time and people I got married before their own wedding started getting pregnant. I was really really happy, and at some point I got an instruction to start praying for other people that are waiting for babies. So I got some names. I didn't even tell them, and I started doing those prayers. And after a while, when I got to see them and got to know about, let's say I had like 6 names, about 5 of them were pregnant, like they got pregnant. I was so happy and awesome. But at that point, I was still waiting. I wasn't pregnant yet. And I just kept asking God that why are you making me wait? What is up? He was always telling me, don't worry, God will do it at his time. Don't worry, you don't have to be worried about it. But I was worried because I was even having big tummy and I thought it was pregnancy. So I went to a lab to check, and it was told it was negative. I went to that lab several times. I bought home kit tests. It wasn't an easy experience. Every time I see no, I always shed a tear. Like, God, why, what is happening again? So this went on for months. Imagine you seeing your period and waiting that next month I'm not going to see this, and you see it again. Next month I'm not going to see this, and I'll see it again. And so the reason I'm doing this is because I don't know, there's someone out there probably waiting and hearing my voice right now. I just want to let you know that that waiting period is, God is aware. He's not blind towards it. He knows, and there is a plan for everything. It might not look like it right now, but God has a plan, and He makes everything beautiful. I mean, beautiful in His time. He makes everything beautiful in His time. So I want you to know that, and do not lose hope on your Maker. Everybody will get their blessings, no matter what. God is a Father that loves to give good gifts, and the gift of children is one of the things He promised us after marriage. And so, yes, I confessed all those things. At some point, I had faith to even encourage other people and say that don't worry, God will do it and all. But then sometimes in the privacy, I was just asking questions like, God, why do I have to wait? Like, why am I the one facing this? Not because I know I'm a special child to God, but I just felt like we didn't discuss this. We didn't plan this. Like, God and I, what is happening? But then now, we've clocked 1 year in marriage. We celebrated our 1 year in marriage, and I'm very sure that a lot of people were looking at my tummy. And my parents prayed, my family, my in-laws, and everyone. Though nobody disturbed me. But at some point, my mom started calling and asking, how far? How far? How is it going? Have you missed your period and all that? Lovingly asking, as a mother would. Yes. And then I would like to say this for everybody listening to me right there. People that are waiting, you don't know whatever it is that they are going through. So make sure that the words you say to them are encouraging words, are positive words. There was a time my friend was telling me she was actually pregnant, but it wasn't showing, and a boss of hers told her that you don't even want to get pregnant at all, you're just moving around. You don't know what she's actually going through. Thank God she was actually pregnant at that point. If she wasn't, and she had been crying privately and all that, That is how you will have dappled a spirit. So what I'm trying to say is that when people are actually waiting, maybe waiting for a future spouse or waiting to get pregnant, watch the words you say. There was a particular person that said some nasty words to me that I didn't like at all, and the way they said it wasn't good. So watch the way you say these words. You don't know what these people are doing. You feel that probably they are the ones planning it, or if that is not the case, one thing you can do for them is, if you can't give them any supporting, encouraging words, keep quiet. You don't have to come and tell a woman that you don't want to get pregnant at all. You're just busy with your business, you're busy with your career and all that, jumping everywhere and all. Don't you know that you're already getting old? That is so demeaning to say. You don't say that. One thing you can say is, oh, hi there. You can find a way to ask them questions that, are you guys trying? I'm sure they want to open up to you. Are you guys trying? What is happening actually? So that you can offer some encouragement and help if you have help. If you don't have, just keep quiet. And another thing you can do is to pray for them. You don't have to know that you're even praying for them. Start praying, mentioning them in your prayers every day and asking God. And the thing is, God can actually drop an idea or something in your heart to give them, to tell them, so that you can go ahead and say, okay, why not do this, why not try that? That being said, so we clocked 1 year in marriage, and it was like, okay, I'm not pregnant yet. What is going to happen? 1 year, 1 month was going. And then one day, I think I was in the living room just chill. I wasn't praying, and it dropped something into my heart. He said that by year 2020, I was going to get pregnant. Wow. Yes, he said so. Okay, I actually thought it was me saying those words, so I didn't want to believe it. But I know I heard year 2020. Okay, so this was 2018 we got married. 2019 December, we were already 1 year in marriage. So in 2019, he said to me that by 2020, you were going to get pregnant. So I kept the word. January, I started to hope, and I would check. Okay, there was a time I didn't even bother to buy sanitary pads. I felt, yeah, I'm going to get pregnant soon, so I don't need it. And then the visitor came. I had to go and get it. I was like, God, I thought you said. So I told my husband about it, and he said, don't worry, God knows what he's doing. And then he led me to something. So he told me that there's a purpose that God has given you. There's an assignment he has given you. Have you started it? That was my husband talking to me. And I told him, yes, I have. I'm preparing myself. He said, no, you've been preparing yourself. You got this assignment when you were in school, and you've been preparing yourself since then. You told God that when you're married, when you're 1 year in marriage, you're going to start doing something about it so that you can have a little experience. You're 1 year already in marriage. And he said, why not just go ahead and do that? You just never can tell. Maybe this is why God is actually even making us to wait, so that you can start something in your area of purpose and assignment. And when you're doing that, when he sees that you're already working towards that, and then he would answer our prayers, he answer the prayers for babies. So I listened to a YouTube channel, this Real Deal community, the Real Deal channel. Then we used to go together to couples and interview them and all that. And it was blessing lives. I was feeling fulfilled, I was feeling happy, and I'm sure God was really happy with us. Then again, we now started a Real Deal community. It started growing. I was really feeling fulfilled. January, February, baby wasn't coming, 2020. March, April, May, June. By July, I was almost giving up. But you said 2020, it's almost the end of the year, so I don't think, maybe I didn't hear right. July, August, that year we're going to be 2 years again in marriage. July, August, September. I remember in September, I said, I think I am just done, because I had done several tests. There was a time I felt like I was pregnant, I was having fever and all that, so I went to buy home test. I checked and it was still negative. I just told myself, I'm done. I am not going to do this anymore. I can't keep putting myself in this. I am tired. So in September, and this is my testimony. And my birthday was going to be in October. So I said, let me just try for the last time. I'm tired, I'm done actually. But let me just try. And I remember very well that in September, Pastor Adeboye had a program for waiting mothers and all. And it was still during lockdown, so people couldn't go to camp. And so we tuned in on our TV and we joined the program. I remember I laid down on the floor in the living room, and when he was praying that your testimony is coming, I had faith. I took it, and I had faith in my heart that, okay, I am going to be part of those that will be sharing their testimony in a few months. Another thing I did was I kept praying for other people. I would other people, though I was waiting for it, but and that was what I did too before I got married. One day I'm going to share the story of that. What I was looking for, I took my mind off it, and I started praying for those that are looking for the same thing. So the pain, the agony that I was feeling, I knew I can actually feel what other women, wives that are waiting are feeling. So I took that pain in the place of prayer, and I would agonize, I would groan in the place of prayer, asking God for their own miracles. I was doing that with the whole of my heart. And I joined that prayers on TV. Then there were spiritual men. I really want to say thank you to God for spiritual fathers that He has put around us, that has made it. They've been awesome. They also joined us in prayers, and they knew about it. They knew that there was something I was waiting for. It was just much people praying for me. Another thing I know I did was I started buying baby's clothes. Even from the second month of our marriage, I started buying baby's clothes, and I hung some in the room, in our bedroom. Yes, I did that. So I was always looking at it and praying. I was always looking at that clothing. And a pep store today. I usually come here sometimes to get those clothes. I just buy them down, confessing and prophesying that someday I'll hold my own children. Everybody was wearing very pretty clothing that I bought, very nice. And I just bought it. I kept it in a nylon, and I went to my husband's office to meet him so we could go home. And there was a guest. He had a guest, and he was talking to. And then that thing said, give that outfit to this person. I was like, no, I can't do that. I won't do it. It's so fine, and it's expensive. How can I just give this thing away? I actually bought it for my babies in the future. And that mindset kept saying, give it out. Just give it out. And I packed the nylon and I gave it to the person. That when you're praying for something and you go to God, He will give you an instruction of what to do. Please, no matter how you feel the instruction is stupid, do not disobey. Do not disobey. Just do it. Please. There is a blessing attached to obedience, and it is beyond our imagination. That's just the thing. It might not look like it, but God knows what He's saying. He says the end, even from the beginning. When He gives you an instruction, and if you're someone and you're listening to me, and God has given you an instruction concerning that thing that you're waiting for, why not go ahead and do it? It might not be convenient, but please do it. Okay, so all those instructions came, and I did them. Some I didn't feel like I should do them, but I did them. And again, I asked God that in October, I don't want to see my messes in October when I am, so that can be my birthday gift. That was what I asked God for. So in October, we took a vacation, myself and my husband, on my birthday, which was October 4. Remember, I told God I didn't want to see my messes. On my birthday, October 3rd, I was already having signs that it was coming. I said, no, you won't come. This time around, you will not come. Because I have an agreement with God. I didn't know that God had a plan. And sometimes when we pray and when we don't see the answers the way we want it to be, we feel God has not answered. Do you understand? And God has actually answered you, but you're still looking for the answers in the way you want it to be. And so October 4 came, my birthday was a beautiful morning. Wow. I saw my message. Wow. I said, what is this? I wasn't supposed to see this this month. When I saw it, my heart felt, I felt bad. Like, but then I said, no, 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 no. It's my birthday. I have to have fun today. Nothing would make me feel bad today. So I snapped out of it. I had the most awesome birthday. Enjoyed myself, danced, had fun with my friends, my husband, and after a short trip, so I got back home and I started feeling weak and all that in the week afterwards. So I wanted to take drugs. I think my mom told me not to. She told me that I should hold on. That how am I feeling? So I then told her that okay, this is how I'm feeling and all that. Well, maybe it's not coming again. I have to just keep living my life, fulfilling God's purpose, having fun, be happy. I cannot shall come and kill myself. So I November 4, it didn't come. I didn't see my message. November 5, I did not see it. November 6, 7, 8. A week after, the thing didn't still come. My mom said, how far have you seen? I said no. She said, I know what it is now. Please do not take anything. Please start resting well. When she was giving me the instruction, I was looking at her like this on phone, like, mommy, what are you saying? She said she understands what it is, that God has done it. I said, okay, but I'm not feeling like it. I'm not feeling anything. The false hope. I am not going to do any tests. In fact, I didn't do any tests. I'm not going to do any tests. I'm just going to be. And, okay, I'll rest. I will eat well. I would not take drugs. Because they used to say to pregnant women that you can't just take drugs while you're pregnant, except the doctor gives you the one to take, tells you the one to take. So we waited. When it was the last day in November, I couldn't wait any longer. I went to get home pregnancy kits, came home, I bought like 7, I guess, 7, and I started doing the test. The first one showed 2 lies. I was like, wait, are you serious? I said, no, it can't be now. You know when you've done the test several times, and you've always been seeing one line negative. In fact, you do like this, you go to, it didn't come. But this one, I just did it, and then I said no. I did the second one. I said, what? I still saw it. I said, let me do the third one. Are you sure? I did the third one, and then I saw it. I just started crying. God, you are good. You are good, you're mighty, and you never leave your own. At the right time, you always make everything beautiful. Now, let me tell you the testimony. And this is my testimony. During our waiting period, we did tests, several tests. I had to take some drugs. We kept buying those drugs for months. At the point when I wasn't seeing anything, I stopped using it. I got tired. We saw a gynecologist. He helped us for. I used. It just wasn't coming, and I told my husband I wasn't going to say anything. I didn't want to say gynecologist again. I'm not going to take this drug again. I just want to be. Now, God did it. I had stopped all those ones and all that. God did it at his time when he wanted to do it. When I started antenatal, I think in December, and I went to see the doctor, you know, they will ask you, the first question is your last menstrual period. The last day you saw your menstrual period, like the first day your last menstrual period started. I told the doctor, because it was always on my phone. Anytime because I used to calculate my ovulation and all, I downloaded apps, flow apps, ovulation calculator to help me while we're waiting to be able to calculate my ovulation, because I was calculating them back to back then. No show. Nothing happened. The one I did not even put my mind to, I was just having fun, enjoying myself, was the one that sticked. To tell you that God is awesome. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep believing, keep having faith. When He has said it, He will put it to pass. No matter how long. Write it down. If He said it, answers prayers. So when the doctor asked me that, when was the last day of your last period, the first day of your last period, I said October 4. That was when it dawned on me that God actually answered that prayer. October 4 was my birthday, and He gave me that gift. Wow. I'm feeling God is powerful, and I'm saying it to someone right now. And as you're listening to me, I just want you to key into it. Do not lose hope. No matter what it is you're going through right now, you're going to share your testimony. God is going to do for you more than you were thinking or imagining. Please hold on to Him. Hold on to Him. He is a good, good Father. That's what I wanted to share with you all today. Today is April the 6th. Today is April 6th, 2021. And currently we are in our 7th month. So I think I'm done now. So thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for watching. And I pray even as you're watching and you're waiting for something, maybe a future spouse, babies, you're waiting for that passport, visa, whatever it is you're waiting for, that promotion at work, and you're almost losing hope, I want to tell you that don't lose hope in God. Do not lose hope. Don't give up on God, because He won't give up on you. No matter how long it has taken, He is going to do it. He is a good, good Father. Just keep believing, keep praying, and whatever instruction He drops in your heart, please follow it. I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely, lovely rest of the day. Bye.